Well, good morning, everybody. Welcome to spring, I guess. We had winter last weekend, a little bit of snow and ice, and it turned to summer, about 85 degrees earlier in the week, and now we're down to the 50s or 60s, and a little bit of rain. So stay tuned. It's Texas. The weather changes, and times do change. And as we all know in this room, infrastructure drives economies, and that's been proven not only in the freight rail industry, but in airline industry, in the road industry. Absolutely, the backbone of American economy is functioning infrastructure. And we have lots of challenges to our infrastructure, and we're making lots of progress. And this panel and this conference this year illustrates how much progress we're making. So the Texas Bullet Train is making a connection from Dallas to Houston, but from across the country, you see passenger demand. People want to ride trains. And that's being reflected in companies like ours and those represented up here responding to that demand. And that's the genesis of what Texas Central is about, and I think a lot of the other companies that we see here today and across the country. People want choice and want choices. I'm going to start with a quick video of our little promo video for our progress today. I think we're missing some sound.
And one takes a car. Let's
try that one more time.
3 sports fans from North Texas are meeting for a big game in Houston. One takes a plane, one takes a high-speed train, and one takes a car. Let's see what happens. The Texas Bullet Train is the next big thing. Connecting Houston and North Texas, the Texas Bullet Train will accommodate the rapid population growth of 2 of the nation's largest and fastest growing economies. An unprecedented project in Texas and the nation. Never miss a game. Never miss a big moment. The Bullet Train is good for Texas. Productive, efficient, safe. It's about choice. It's about fun. It's about time. Become a Bullet Train advocate today. Go to texascentral.com and sign up.
All right, thanks for indulging this next comment. That could be a passenger trip for the Cowboys this year at the Super Bowl in Houston. That would be a pretty exciting event in North Texas, and I think it would spread across all of Texas. But in Texas, we do big things. We've been to this conference 2 years in a row talking about our project. We're going to talk a little bit about the basics, why we're making the project a reality, and some new events around our work. But to remind everybody, Texans do big things. We've put people on the moon. We've shaped the entire semiconductor industry, electronics, and we're going to put the Texas Bullet Train into service. Quick reminder of what our proposition is. It is to be transformative for passengers in Texas. A 200-mile-an-hour trip, schedule offering service every 30 minutes, a 90-minute or less trip, over 240 miles, have 3 stations, one in Dallas, one in the Brazos Valley near College Station, and one in Houston. We have opportunity to serve 400 people per train going each direction every half hour, again, addressing the existing demand. A quick look at our technology we're deploying. It's the Shinkansen N700 from Japan. It's the bullet train from Japan. Passenger rail broadly answers the question of what can I do with my time, whether I want to choose to be entertained, do business, rest, think, whatever it is. If you're flying in an aircraft and don't have access to internet, which is a challenge between Dallas-Fort Worth and Houston because of the flight times, or you're in a vehicle, you have less access to being productive and doing the things you need to do with your time. We'll have variable prices based on demand. We'll have very affordable packages for families on leisure trips and be very competitive for airlines for business travelers throughout the business cycle. We'll have 400 seats available every 30 minutes, and we'll have the opportunity to serve and attract passengers throughout Texas. And that's the new news. We've completed a new ridership study, and the message is clear. Texans are on the move. More than 14 million trips are made today exclusively originating in Houston or Dallas and terminating in Dallas, Fort Worth, or Houston. Those are dedicated trips. There's a lot more cars on the road. There are more people on airplanes that are passing through the markets. But of the dedicated trips, there's 14 million, and 90% of those are made by road, 1 million by air. So we need to attract people and provide a service and benefits that attract people out of their vehicles. And we will do that the way with the productivity and the safety and the return of value of their time. Interestingly, many of those trips, nearly half of the trips, are made for personal purposes, so leisure travelers. We understand that passenger rail and the Texas Bullet Train have to address the leisure traveler. How do we get people out of their cars for family trips and for entertainment trips? And we'll work to do that. And we know we can do that because Texans have told us that they want the Texas Bullet Train. 80% of Texans surveyed, and over 2,000 were surveyed, said they would want to ride the train. More importantly, 2/3 of regular travelers between Houston and Dallas-Fort Worth said, we will probably consider the train on my next trip if it were available. There is demand, there is desire, and people understand the value of it. We forecasted that after ramp up, we'll have over 5 million people per year running through our system. So the high-speed train saves time. Over 90% of the residents in our catchment area are within 1 hour of the station. A downtown city center to city center trip from Houston to Dallas is 70 minutes faster than traveling by car and 50 minutes traveling by air. From sports stadium to sports stadium, AT&T to the Reliance Stadium is nearly 2 hours faster by car than by traveling by car and over an hour by air. It's amazing if you look at why people move. It's for business, it's for entertainment, it's for sports, and particularly in the energy corridor, we do an example here where it's an hour and a half savings compared to air and over nearly 2 hours by traveling by car. People can move faster and more efficiently, and the bullet train will address that. So wrapping up here, we are on the move and building on momentum from idea to reality, and we are attracting capital. We're advancing our permits, our environmental and our safety permits, and we're talking to Texans. We spend a lot of time in meetings like this talking to people that want to understand what the bullet train is, how they can benefit from it, answer questions, and how they can advocate for us. So I'll terminate here with a picture of what the vision could be. This is a photo from near the Tokyo Station in Japan. This is what can happen in the Cedars neighborhood just south of the convention center in downtown Dallas. There's over 4 modes of transportation. There's light rail, there's high-speed rail, there's vehicles, there's pedestrians, there's bicycles. Infrastructure drives economies and changes neighborhoods and communities. And the Texas Bullet Train is here to help do that here in Texas. So thank you very much. We look forward to the Q&A session. We are here talking about changing Texas and changing America and the demand across the country and how projects are responding. Thank you very much.